Friends, family, friends. Back nine bets, episode 19. Cameron Smith winner. The outright, the top 20, the whole shebang. Cameron Smith coming in clutch for us. We got our dollar shirt on. It's the second time we've worn it in 19 episodes. Whew. Second time we've worn it in 19 episodes. One of them was a recap, so 18. Cameron Smith has been the reason for them both. Man, he's been a fantastic bet for us on back nine bets, baby. Congrats to everyone that had Cam Smith. I know it was an absolute disaster of a tournament. I have no idea how he pulled it off and how we managed to come out. We made bank this week. It was weird. In weather like this, you usually get screwed over. Our guys just stuck it out and crushed it. So Cam Smith, 34-1, outright ticket. Had it on breaking 100 as well. So that cashes the first outright we've had in 3 articles. That's a great start. And we had a bunch of placings that crushed it. So we're going to go through the placings quickly, and then we're going to chat some Valspar stuff. It's a goodie. It's a goodie one today, folks. Okay, quickly, recap of the players. Cameron Smith won the whole thing, got him at 155 for a top 20. Beautiful stuff. 1.55 units. Then Paul Casey finished third for a top 20 at plus 500, scored us a few units. Daniel Berger, Russell Henley, both finished inside the top 20. I believe they got a little bit of dead heat rules, still cashed. Big time on those boys. Nice stuff from Russell Henley. Wild Sunday. Patton Kazaya, top 40, finished 22nd. Man, he played well. We're going back to the well with Patton. He's going to be a top 20 bet this week. Yes, he is. He's making his way up the rankings quickly. Plus 290, cash that son of a biatch. Sam Burns was leading. He was leading the tournament on Sunday. 4th round, leading the tournament, finishes outside the top 20. Brutal stuff. It was looking good. Seamus Powers as well. Just had a few tough holes. Finished inside the top 40. I think dead heat with one guy, so took the 185 down at a smidge, and it was okay. We cashed all of these bets except for Cameron Tringardi and Sam Burns. It was insane. Couldn't believe how well we did. So that's what's going on at the at the players. Here's the model. Let's see what our key stats are first. So important things to go by here, guys. Off the tee, minimalized by the distance again. Similar to the players, off the tee, not that big of a deal. It is just kind of, we got a comment here. Oh, yes. All right, Terence, my boy K. How's it going? What's up? Put that t-shirt back on, you sausage. Anyway, Cameron Smith, hell to the yeah. He cashed us our second outright. The cash t-shirt. Love it. So we pumped today. We pumped. Off the tee, not that big of a deal. Distance-wise. Distance can be an advantage. There's some par 5s out here that definitely need long drives. Absolutely agree on that. The rest of the course, forced layups, tight fairways. Distance, unless you just keep it kind of near the fairway and hammer it away, not necessarily your biggest advantage here. Accuracy, good drives gained. That's what we're looking for. We are looking for that. And then strokes gained approach, we're going to go same amount as always. I think 35%. We'll get to the model now. Very, very important at this course, especially with people laying up off the tee. Stroke gained approach comes into play. Hitting irons, hitting 3-woods. Definitely important. Around the green game, also, it's 5% less greens get hit at this course than on tour average. So up and down are going to be essential. Putting, obviously, if you're missing greens, got to put those chips in. So a lot of scrambling, a lot of putting. Like the putting is usually not that big of a percentage, but it's more important than wedges or irons, apparently. So we don't typically weight it a lot, but we'll see what cooks. Then, very few short wedges at this golf course. It's a long course from an approach perspective, even though the length isn't there. You have to hit a lot of tee shots shorter than where you want it to be. It's really cool. So it's really fun to watch. So it kind of brings a lot of people into play again. So what the three big bands are in the normal range are adding up 53% worth of what you might call it, proximity numbers, percentage of the pie. That 125 to 200 is a very important range. And then we've got 250 plus taking 16% worth of shots. So that's really important too. If we can take care of that, we're good. So we've weighted that to make it make sense. So these proximity numbers here and the 250 plus are nice, 3%, 3%, 4%, 3%. All of those prox numbers kind of just mathematically proportioned as you saw it on the last screen. Strokes gained approach, general stuff, 14%. Last 24 rounds, 2% to get a total of 35%. Around the green, very important, 15%. Like we said, putting, normal baseline putting, 5%. Specific putting on the Bermuda surfaces that they have at Innisbrook Resort, Copperhead, where they are playing, 10% of those greens. And then we got bogey avoidance, very important. This course doesn't offer up a lot of birdies, and it punishes you regularly. With the small greens, with the tight fairways, a lot of bogeys are made around this place. Scores are typically around about 10 under par or less, like worse. So you don't see a lot of high teen scores like we saw last year. We'll see maybe that changes. And the 4 par 5s, only 3 of them are the only holes you can score birdies on regularly. One of the par 5s is 605 yards long, and it has an even distribution of birdies and bogeys. It's a tough hole, long hole. So that's what gets some people in trouble. And then we're just kind of going with a bit of good drive percentage and a bit of driving accuracy. Not super important today, not this week. Just 10% worth of like general driving, but we also want an emphasis on like accuracy and good drives, which are basically the same thing, but we're just kind of merging them together for 100%. So that's what's cooking there. We've got our general model like stuff where we're doing the last 24 rounds 6%, last 12 rounds 2%, and then 2022 25% worth of the stats. We're starting to make our way towards 2022 being a more important weighting. So slowly, event by event. Course history is kind of important here too, so we've got 5% of that going on. In the stats, world golf ranking, and the last 24 rounds, these guys make up 100% to get over here. So that's just kind of what's cooking. Let's get into the freaking business here. We've got some stuff to chat about. We've got some top 20s, we've got our chart, first round leaders, top 40s, the whole shebang. So what we got going on over here is Colin Morikawa sitting in first position as always. Gotta love the guy. I am a massive fan of Colin Morikawa. Massive fan. I'm excited he's first in my model again because we get to speak about him. First off, Colin Morikawa is going to be our outright this week. Right off the bat. We haven't taken prisoners. I wanted to bet him last week. We didn't because of the weather. Now we're going to a course that is like tailor-made for this guy. It's his first event there. He's not going to have any course history to go off of. And between Victor and JT, Colin is the highest priced guy. We got him at 14 to 1 on DraftKings. I think it's still out there. And when you look at these three guys, they're like triplets. Off the tee, last 24, 1, 2, 3. Approach, 1, 2, 4. Like these three guys at the top are like splitting images of each other. They all have some sort of a short game deficiency. It's really interesting to see. And then you look, so this 68% are those 4 ranges we talked about. I just average those proximities out to see if 68% of the shots are coming from there from 4 proximity ranges. Who's the best from those ranges? Well, surprise, it's a trippy trio. These 3 stripe show boys just at the top. 1, 2, 3 again. And then they're both the avoidance, very nice. Look at this birdie or better. These ball strikers make a lot of birdies. It's insane. And they both, all 3 of them dominate the par 5s. So it's a really cool kind of top of the board here. Those are my 3 favorite guys. Undoubtedly, they were very close to being the same power rating. Colin and Justin were like 2.4 and Victor was like 2.8. So they are the 3 guys that stand a very good chance of winning this tournament. Just want you guys to know that. So Victor is looking like he's going to be the highest owned out of the 3. That's why he's in some orange, just to prove to you guys that I actually paid attention to what I'm doing. So anyway, let's get back to Colin. the thing that I love the most about Colin versus these other three guys is this good drive percentage. He can hit a driver when these other guys can't, because he can hit his drivers so accurately. He's so accurate with his drivers. Sixth in the field in accuracy, fourth in the field in good drive percentage. So he is going to be able to take this approach game that the other two guys do have as well. But he's going to be able to do that stuff from a fairway without trees in the way, without rough, without bad lies, without whatever. He's going to have the best opportunity over 1,000 rounds at this golf course, theoretically. He should have the more approach shots into the green without any impeding stuff. So that's what we love about Colin. Obviously, the bogey avoidance, par 5 scoring bogey or better, fantastic. And at 10.7K and 13% owned, I'll gladly go to these guys at the top here again and skip Victor. I've got zero discrepancies between the two or the three of them, other than Victor is currently playing out of his mind. Like he's obviously one of the guys that's just playing with the most momentum in the world, whereas Colin came off that T second at Riviera and kind of pooped the bed at the Players in some really crappy conditions. I think it's going to be a bit different this week. I think he's going to be in his comfort zone. That's my theory up top. No T20s, they're all minus 150, one minus 80. Just couldn't get to them. Yeah, the odds aren't good enough. We need them in the positives to bet top 20 bets. So that's what's going on here. If I were to rank the three of them, it's Colin, JT, Victor, obviously, and Victor's with the highest ownership. I'm happy to skip him, although I feel like he's a great play this week. So that's what's going on with Victor. Sam Burns comes in next. He's the reigning champ. He crushed it. He did a lot of it with the putter, which looked like it was popping back again this week at the Players. He's in green. Pink means go. I love the pink. Pink means just that's our favorite play. So Sam Burns is just a nice, solid play. We like him. You know, he has been struggling lately. He has been struggling lately. So what we can't get ourselves to getting anything on Sam Burns. Just wanted to point out that he's a really good course fit and he's super high owned. And I think the problem with Sam Burns is it's not $600. If it was up in the lower tens, I don't know. Does Xander deserve to be ahead of Sam Burns by that amount of money? I don't know what to tell you. Cyril Hatton, like, does he deserve to be ahead of Sam Burns? I don't know. We'll see what cooks, see what happens over the weekend. Lowry as well. So there's a lot of guys that are garnishing. This 9K range is not necessarily my favorite. It's just a mess. So anyway, getting back to the next bunch of things, Sam Burns, obviously good putter. His game just seems like it's making a comeback, but it's not super consistent right now. The driver comes and goes, which I don't want. I want Colin Morikawa's driver. Touch wood, hope to God, whatever you got to do. So Louis Oosthuizen, this is like the hospital row, 6 and 7 spot. That's for the paramedics and the stretchers. Between Louis and Webb, I'm not sure who has a worse neck, who has a worse back, or who has just, what's going on with these two. So the model's telling us to bet Webb Simpson top 20 at plus 275. Obviously, Vegas and the books know it's a disaster with Webb. Now, that's why he's in red. Don't want to bet him at plus 275. We don't know enough about his injury, blah, blah, blah. That's a problem. Louis had him in a matchup over Dustin Johnson on Sunday, had an 8-shot lead with 1 round to go and lost by like 3 or 4 shots. Like a 12-shot swing. It was disgusting. Couldn't believe what happened. He let me down. Classic Sunday meltdown from the Louis, man. Brutal stuff. I mean, 20% owned, $900. I smell a WD. I don't know. Like after a long week at the whatchamacallit, at the Players, I saw him on the final tee box doing like the neck thing, just finally getting this done. I'm done with that nonsense. If he comes back and wins this thing, I'll be super happy for him. If he doesn't, then it seems like he did what he needed to do. Brooks Koepka telling us to bet him top 20 at plus 160. What do we like about Brooks? He's pretty solid from that approach range. He really is. So that's the major proximity numbers are telling us that he's the 15th best from those ranges. Good stuff. His approach game in general is 16th best. Recently, not a lot to go about. His last 24 rounds have been really kind of substandard. I don't know if I want to do anything with Brooks. 4% owned. I mean, these ownership numbers are also very fresh. We've only had stuff out for a day, so who the hell knows what they actually are. It's a good ballpark figure. He's playing his first time here, par fives. He kills them, birdies he makes a bunch of, but his game is just not in control right now. The bogeys are coming too frequently because accuracy is a problem. Just everything about his game is just not there right now. He ain't doing it. So we're skipping over Brooksy. We're not even these two guys. We are leaving them entirely alone. We'll just make all three of these guys the hospital beds. How does that sound? There we go. The red zone. So next up, Christian Bezuidenhout. That's a South African we're going to bet. He might even not be a bad bet for a top South African, like random bet. Top 20 plus 250 on DraftKings. What do we love about Bezzy? Well, off the tee, he's playing a lot better recently. He's kind of working his way into some form, and he's going to a golf course that really, he's like a Colin Morikawa, but like not. I don't even, just scrap that actually. His good drives are fantastic. His approach game is really nice. It's been getting better lately. And he's not bad from that proximity range either. Then you get to the short game, and the guy's a wizard. One of the best in the field in both. I mean, between him and Louis, look at this. These two South African boys have just got absolute mastery of the short game. Around the green and putting, just both insanely good. Bezzy, I have a lot more confidence and comfort in knowing he's going to finish inside the top 20. Louis is just a disaster right now. Hot mess. A hot South African express mess. Don't want none of that. I'll take Bezzy. Absolutely. Putting, fourth best in the field. His scoring numbers are, percentages are really bad. Like the par 5 scoring, the bogey avoidance, the birdie or better stuff. None of it matches his score, like his numbers. He's good. I don't know how those numbers are so bad. That's one of the problems with Bezzy. At $7,900 and 7% owned, I'm going there. That's awesome. Let's do Bezzy. In the fairway all the time. Hit those approaches nice and close. And if you miss the green, he's one of the best guys to get up and down. Super, super solid around the greens. Little South African maestro. Next up, Patton Kazaya. Yes, this guy is one of my favorites. First round leader. Let's take a quick peek here. Patton Kazaya, first round leader, 95-1. Patton Kazaya as a winner, 100. What the heck did that? 120. 120 for a winner. Outright. Plus 12,000. $1 gets you $120 back. Massive long shot. I think he's slightly mispriced. And we got him for a top 20 at plus 450. He's going to be the Paul Casey bet this week. Massive number. Top 20. Finished T22 last week. He is coming into the week in the 15th best form over the last 24 rounds. The guy's playing some really impressive golf. His irons are the 7th best over the last 24 rounds. Absolutely been striping the skin off the ball. But that's exactly what we love here. So yes, it sounds like we have some stuff going on, but it's okay. I don't know how to fix it in the middle of the broadcast. If it sucks, it sucks. He's also extremely good at putting right now. Patton Kazaya is putting lights out. He's a really good putter in general, and he's finally starting to find some recent form that's working for him. So that's what we like about Patton. He gains strokes putting in every single round, I believe, at the Players. So that's awesome. If you can carry that over into the week, the best rounds that he scores in on Thursdays, round 1. So he kicks ass on Thursdays. He putts freely, he swings freely, he just crushes it. Then you get to his scoring numbers. Unlike Desi, bogey avoidance 21st, par 5 scoring 11th, and then birdie or better percentage is 10th. He's like so incredibly good in all of those aspects, which you're all looking for. Yeah. So I mean, I love Patton. $7,200, 7% is beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. I love Patton. Let's go with Patton. First round leader, outright bet, and top 20 at plus 450. Love, love, love all of that. Now, Abraham Answer, also love him here. Really, really do. A lot to like about his game. Super consistent off the tee with the good drives. His approach game is very solid. He's very good from those 68% proximity numbers that we were talking about. Putting, a bit sketchy, like the around the green game, a bit of a problem. However, seems like he's got one of the better bogey avoidances in the field. Just plods along nicely. So, got a good course history as well. That's probably why he's 18% at $9,300. I like him, I really do, but orange means chalky person that I like. So if we like him, we like him. If you really like him, go ahead and play him. But this, like I said, this $9,300 range is just, whoo, man, it's super weird. It is super, super weird. Like if we take a look at the 97, like the 9K range, look at all these, like it's just chalk city. And it's got Louis, Brooks, you know, there's 3 guys that are outside 10% owned in that 9K range. So that is very hectic, and it's something that we're looking to kind of avoid in that range. So that's just something there. Cameron Tringali is next up on the slate, and he is going to be a top 20 bet, and he's going to be a first round leader. Cameron Tringali, first round leader, 70-1. Absolutely going there. He crushes it in the first round when he decides to play. He's now almost back-to-back cuts, not good, but he has the ability to play really well. His irons have been great. His around the green game is great. Putting, great. Bogey avoidance, great. Par 5 scoring, great. Like everything about him, good course history. Just had a few bad, like he's been very inconsistent. He's either finished top 20 or missed the cut in 9 of his last starts. It's insane. At 6% owned, 8K. Yes, absolutely. We love that. We love that. We need a nice low-owned guy down the board here who's going to be a bit risky, but it's going to be okay. So Cameron Tringali, 71, first-round leader, 320 for a top 20, plus 320 on FanDuel. Love that play. He's great with the irons, great with the putter, great around the green. If he can just keep it together off the tee, seems like he's had some issues lately. Now, maybe he hits some 3-irons, maybe it's some 3-woods, gets off the tee game figured out by accident because the course is making him do that. Who knows? Putting has been atrocious lately. Get it together. Maybe he goes back to a place he's got good course history at. Gets it together. Shane Lowry in that 9K range. He's just been playing incredible golf. He would have beat Daniel Berger. He did beat Daniel Berger 2 weeks ago at the Honda. 3 weeks ago at the Honda. And he's been striking his irons like an Irish master. Just insanely good with the irons. He's going to a range that he really likes. Got some solid around the green game. And the putter comes and goes. You know, you see him making some big bombs. When he gets into contention, I feel like his game heightens. He's one of those guys that under pressure, he gets into that competitive mode. So we'll see what Shane Lowry can do. Par 5, he struggles on a little bit. You know, like the scoring stats aren't fantastic. $9,700, 17%. There's a lot to like about Shane. Like I said, this 9K ranges. Whew, it's hectic. Keegan Bradley. Love Keegan Bradley. Mainly because he's just an iron machine. Like, his ball striking is so incredibly good. He almost won the freaking players. Almost won the players. One or two bad breaks for him down the stretch. Cost him the players. But Cam Smith won it, so that's all good on our part. Look at The putting from Keegan, not ideal. Not ideal. Had one good round at the Players, I think, with the putter. But it came from like off the green. Some of his big putts came from off the green even. It was just crazy. He's got some really impressive scoring numbers with the par 5 scoring 17th, bogey avoidance 23rd. You know, that kind of stuff is what you want to see from a guy. But the putter is just going to let him down, and at 17% owned, I don't know. There's other places to go. There's other places to go. So Jason Kokrak's up next, 16% owned. Just, you know, he's nice looking over there, but I'm not gonna. Don't have much to say about Kokrak. Next up, Hatton, the second guy of the third guy of the name, Patton Hatton. The name of the episode 19 of Back 9 Bets. Yup. Cool. So Tyrrell, what's he been up to? Well, recent form incredible. Why? Because he has been putting lights out. Super unreliable sort of stat that's been carrying the majority of his performance. However, if he keeps it going for one more tournament, I'm happy to go to Tyrrell at $9,800 in that 9K range. You know, like he's not in that 16% range. Tyrrell's only under 10%, which isn't the worst. Now, super volatile, but he's also kind of, I feel like Tyrrell's a really good long iron player. So I think his wedges are skewing the 68% number a little bit. His driving accuracy, not the best. He's just like a small sprinkle in DFS for me if I want to do something in that 9K range. But like we said, the stuff in that 9K range is not what I want to touch this week. Brian Harman is not a first round leader. I thought he was. He is sneaky good in the first round, if you like that kind of thing. He played fantastically at the Players a little bit ago for a while, and then, you know, the situation got overwhelming with the weather and stuff. But he's a really nice course fit. Very consistent. Bogey avoidance fantastic. Par 5 scoring 12th. Around the green game 11th. He's a really good putter. 38th. You know, his putting's kind of left him a little bit, but it's still good. He's good drives games 23rd, and then, you know, like his last 24 rounds, the irons are better than his baseline, and the 68% of the shots that take place from those 4 ranges are better than his baseline. So if he's hitting his irons better than his baseline, and he's going to be hitting a lot of his irons from an area that he likes, that's not bad. We like Brian Harman. Not like a hard play. The yellow's tier 3. It's pink, green, yellow. And then the orange is what we like, but just chalky. And then red is avoid the after reward. Vaughn Taylor is something that's really interesting. We got him for a top 40 at plus 260. He has the game that's built for this place, apparently. And it seems like that is the case, because he's got the 5th best course history at this place over the last 3 or 4 years. His bogey avoidance is 29th, which is nice, not bad. From the 68% range, from those 4 proximities, 250 plus and 125 to 200 yards. He's 14th in the field. That might explain why his course history around here is so good. Good drive percentage in the fairway, nice and safe. I didn't know anything about Vaughn Taylor until I put him in the model and it kicked him out. I love him now. I went and checked some of his stuff out. He's been playing nicely, hitting the irons kind of better lately in the last 1 or 2 rounds. Hasn't played a lot. Don't think his exemption's up there with everyone else, probably outside the 125. But when he loses off the tee, it seems like it's a distance problem. His good drive percentage is solid. He's accurate. Very accurate. Around the green game, great putting, nice. Hasn't been putting well lately. Current game, not good, but I mean, we're not going to really go there at 12%, although we like him, so we're going to bet him top 40 at plus 260. Love Vaughn Taylor. If you're looking for a guy that's going to be semi-reliable in the 6K range, if you need someone as a salary saver, not a leverage play, because 12% is a lot for someone in the 6Ks. Although it seems he shouldn't be in the 6Ks, he's hanging out with a bunch of 7s and 9s up top here in my model. So yes, Vaughan Taylor, very nice play. Matt Fitzpatrick, he's kind of slipped under the radar too. If he was a guy that I would like to go to in the 9K range and eat some chalk, it's him. I think after the players, he had a really bad players. I don't care. If guys played well to players, yes. If they played bad, I don't care. That's not a big deal. It's just, it is what it is. If you played well, then that's a good thing. I'll glom onto that. If you played badly, then so be it. It is what it is. Par 5 scoring for Matty Fitz. Top 10, 9th in par 5 scoring. The bogey avoidance is a weird number like Desi. I think the guys from like the Euro Tours, their scoring numbers don't seem to add up to their game, because he's got a decent approach and he's really good with the putter. So I don't get what's up there. His good drive percentages are fantastic. 25th in the field, 19th in accuracy. He's always going to be in the fairway for the most part. The irons have been getting better. Last 24 rounds, 31st versus his 47th baseline. Now that proximity numbers is a giant problem. Not entirely sure what's going on there, but we're just going to trust that those expired old numbers, that he's now in the last 24 rounds figured his irons out. So we'll see what he can get up to. He has been playing really nicely lately. We do love that about him, and the fact that he kicks out on the par 5s is very nice. Let's see what he can do. Matty Fitz. Aaron Wise. Man, he's been striking the ball fantastically. Off the tee, 11th last 24. Top 20, just baseline stuff off the tee. Approach game, 23rd in the field. Last 24 rounds, 26th. So just playing consistently. He's solid golf. Solid from the proximity ranges we like. He's around the green game is fantastic. Like everything is in the 40s here. Nothing's like really kicking out as terrible for us. Then you get to his recent putting, which he seemed like he fixed. Look at that putting, it's got better. And then his recent putting has just got worse. Like it's gone back to the original stuff. Now, and check his stats, he has putted well. Even before he changed to the broomstick, he's putted well at this golf course. Maybe that's the only thing that's giving people pause. Everything else about his game is phenomenal. Par 5 scoring, great. Makes a ton of birdies. Bogey avoidance, not the worst. $7,700, 7%. Love. Aaron Wise. It's going to be a Hail Mary on the putter side. If his putter performs, this guy can contend. He can legit contend at this event. It suits his game really nicely. What is the putter going to get up to? We know that's a volatile situation. If it is a bad putting week for him, then so be it. It's, again, we're going to live by that. You got to take a risk every now and then. Pat Perez. Hatton. Yes. Pat Perez is going to be a sneaky play for us. 5% in the 6K range. Let's just go back from this way. Course history. Stunning stuff. 21st in the field. Then, what does he like to do on the par 5? 25th in the field. Bogey avoidance. 27th. He likes to also do the good drives thing. Like he's off the tee game is pretty crappy. However, he's accurate. He's way more accurate than he is a good driver of the golf ball. So that's what we like to see from Pat. And his recent iron play has been beautiful. He's 25th in the field. So that's what we like from Pat. He's kind of like Patton, but just Pat. So he's around the green game 29th. He's putting 16th. But there's a lot about his game that's going in the right direction. Apart from just his general off the tee game. But I mean, he's coming into this tournament in the 12th best form in strokes gained total in the last 24 rounds. Love Pat Perez. Going to a place he loves. $6,900, 5% owned. Sign us the hell up for Pat Perez. Yes, absolutely. Love what's going on there. Then, next up, Andrew Putnam. We've got Pat and then Putnam. He's a top 40 bet for us at plus 200. Love that bet. Why? Well, recent form coming into this week. He's at 45 ranked in the field for good drive percentages, 48 for accuracy. But his irons in the last little while have been very, very nice. 22nd in the field over the last 24 rounds. Stunning stuff for Mr. Putnam. Behind the green game, very impressive too. Gotta love that. Just a solid around the green game. Nothing special, but we're only betting him for a top 40. He's putting recently 35th. Baseline 35th. Just great stuff on the putting surfaces. Avoids the bogeys. Just plods along. Like his game is very solid, very consistent. Hence the bogey avoidance number. Very nice. Does nicely. Like we're getting down the board now, so you're not going to see really impressive par 5 scoring. But he does. It's 33rd in the field. We'll take it. We're betting him a top 40. Any number that we like that's under 40 is great. And then $6,600, 2% owned. Andrew Putnam. Plus 200 on FanDuel for a top 40. Sign us up. Off the tee. Seems like it's probably a distance problem. Yeah, I mean, look at his distance. It's really, really bad. Then you get to the good drives game, and it's much better. It's like a completely different situation. So that's what we're going to like with Andrew Putnam. And I think a similar situation is Russell Marks, where he's been playing incredible golf. Holy cow, has he been playing well. Look at those recent irons. And it's told by the public sentiment that he is 17% owned at $8,100. He's a ball striking machine. He's going to play so well here. We can't go to him. I don't like those numbers. We're going to get sexy with Andrew Putnam and Lanto Griffin, the side of Russell Marks in our model. But man, Russell's been a consistent person lately. Going to a course that shorter drives, nice layups. He's going to be hitting that driver. I saw a flight tracker of his golf ball that was literally straight. It didn't move. Like usually you see a curve, like it kind of warps itself. It was down the middle of the screen, like my screen cracked in half. It was a rope. It was beautiful to watch. His ball striking has been fantastic lately. Putting, as we saw on Sunday, massive issues on the putting side. But when you hit so many fairways and so many greens, you're going to be making so few bogeys. 7th in the field in bogeys. Like there's a lot to love about Russell Marks. There's a lot to love about Russell Marks. 18th in course history. I love him. Just chalky. That's all I have to say about Russell Marks. Love him. Can't get him in the top 40 bet anymore because his numbers are too good. Lanto Griffin, similar situation. Not really. I'm lying. Approach game has been cooking lately. Very nice approach game. Not bad from the proxies, what we like either. And his putting is okay. He's just playing nice golf. I guess that's all we have to say about Lanto. Nothing too fancy, nothing too flashy. Just plays nice golf. Does account the par 5s. $7,400 if you need an option down there. Alex Noren, love him. Can't go there. I mean, look at these irons. They've been playing fantastic, but I think that's mostly to do with wedges. The long irons, maybe not so much for Noren. However, short game specialist as well. Not nearly as good as Bezzy and Louis, but very solid stuff around the green and putting. Very solid stuff. $87, 17% owned. Don't want to do that. DJ, is he back? Isn't he? I don't know. He had very inconsistent round at the Players. We'll see what happens. He was firing, and then he had some bad holes. I mean, I love him, but at those ownerships and that price, you're going to give DJ a skip. Just not enough track record. Is he back? Isn't he? It looks like he's back. 7th in the field last 24 rounds, but at that premium price, we want some sort of a guarantee that he's going to be some sort of consistency, unless he has like that one bad round, like Colin had last week. But that wasn't even, you can't even blame Colin for that. Anyway, moving on. Matthew Neesmith, top 40 plus 240 on FanDuel. Love that bet a lot. Good course history here. He's a good drive percentage guy. Yes, his approach game kind of been dwindling away a little bit, to be honest. Like the last 24 rounds, 50th in the field for someone that has an approach baseline his that's fifth in this field. What's he getting up to? He needs to get it figured out. We have discussed that he has been working on the putter. It has been getting better, and I think that's why his approach game has been taking a bit of a back seat. It's making its way down into the underneath 100 now. He can putt. Ranking wise, that's good. Dominates the par fives. Obviously, gets the ball in the fairway. Incredible with the irons. Good course history. $6,800, 5% owned. Nice play there as well doing that. Top 40 plus 240. Matthew Neesmith. A lot to like. If he can get back to his roots with the iron play, man, he can play well. Cool. Kevin Kisner. Someone I wanted to chat about. If this ownership number is correct, that's 6% for Kiz at $8,200 going there. And the model doesn't like his, he's a good driver's guy. The irons are an issue for him. However, if you're looking to glom on to something that he's just firing right now. He's playing so well. He played very nicely at the Players, and he's putting incredibly. He had insane around the green game stuff going on at the Players. Like, he's just vibing. 6% owned for a guy that can absolutely win a golf tournament. I love it. I don't like his as a, like, he's like Southern chilled accent, like Southern chilled mentality. I don't know. It just doesn't click with me. But I love his play. I love a play for Kiz this week. Love a play for Kiz. Okay. Next up, Martin Laird. Also, kind of sneaky with the good drives. His recent approach game has been firing. Nice stuff there. He's like Russell Knox. Kind of got some issues on the short game side of things with the putting. Very bad. Very bad putting. But $7,200, 8% owned. Thought you should know that. If he has a good putting round, oh my word. Who knows what the hell's going to happen. That's what's going on with that. I've blown through some stuff. Okay. First round leaders. Keegan Bradley, 50-1. I think I missed him, but we love him as a 50-1 play for a first round leader as well. Sorry, jumping around the place. And then we had Cameron Tringali at 70-1. We said that. So then Nito is our last guy at 90-1 as an outright as well. Sorry, first round leader 90-1, and then an outright for Mito as well at 150-1. Colin at 12-1. That's just for the article I'll be writing, but he can be found at 14 on DraftKings. Go get him there, and then Patton at 120-1. Sorry, super random tangent there, but just thought I'd make sure I get all of those out the way without forgetting. Emiliano Grillo had a horrible round at the Players. He had to come back to finish like 5 holes to try and break 80. I doubt he did. I don't remember if he did or not. But he got hit by the weather. His irons are so solid. This obviously is impacted by the 2 rounds that he had at the Players. Not very good. Shot 80. Probably hit a bunch in the water. Who knows? However, his baseline approach game is fantastic, and he's even better from those proximity numbers we spoke about. We love that there. Off the tee game is very solid, and his good drive percentage is very solid. So there's a lot to like about him. Doesn't make a lot of bogeys. Does okay on the par 5s. $7,000, 2% owned. Emiliano Grillo gets the pink slip. We're going. We're riding with him. Absolutely. Joel Damon, next up. Good course history here. Birdie or better is one of his best scoring stats. We don't really necessarily care about that too much. However, he's got a good course history here. For someone down the board, 49th in the model, $7,100. What do we like? Well, his proximity numbers are nice. Much better than his baseline approach numbers. He's a good drive specialist. He said on the No Laying Up podcast. When guys are hitting 3 woods, I don't necessarily hit my driver that far, but it's super accurate. It's going to be in the fairway a lot. Obviously, accuracy 10th. Good drive percentage 20th. So that's what's going on with Joel. Nothing crazy, just some course history stuff that we like. Decent prox numbers. Joel, love to bet on the guy. Then James Hahn, $6,200, 0% owned. Also, good drive. Nice proximity numbers that we do like, and he can putt. Okay, makes a little little amount of bogeys. That's also what we like to see. And at $6,200, there's definitely worse out there. Absolutely. Skipping all the way along. Brian Stewart is one of the most accurate people off the tee in the world of golf. If you want to know something about Brian Stewart. Also, $6,700, 1%. Milo Pereira. Yes, this guy. This guy is going to be our first round leader and an outright ticket. If you look at Milo's stats, they're kind of all over the place. He is an exceptional iron player when he wants to play well. He's also very bad when he doesn't want to play well. He's putting in the last 24 rounds. So the last 24 rounds, those approach numbers and those putting numbers are really impressive. However, they're literally good because of 2 12-round splits. Like his putting was good for the first 12 rounds, and then it went off the cliff. And then his approach game has been really good lately, while his putting has sucked. So like they've kind of averaged each other out, but they've missed each other. It's a matter of if Milo can just get his game to click at the same time, putting and approach. I mean, the rest of his game is okay. Off the tee, whatever, like just get it in the fairway. He seems to do okay off the tee in general. He's a really good approach player. It just needs to click once. And if it happens for a Thursday and then it melts down for the rest of the weekend, so be it. We're going to try and cash in on his first round leader. We love Milo, the model, not a big fan, but it's because of everything so disjointed. If you put the puzzle pieces together, Milo is going to be a problem this week. He has the potential. Sam Ryder, also not a model favorite. Recent putting, fantastic. He's really good from those proximity numbers. Love that about him. And then just his last 24 rounds, he's 45th in this field, which when you see Sam Ryder on TV, he's just holding out from all over the place. Just incredible stuff. I don't know how he does it. It's freaky. He's had 13 or 14 holdouts this season from off the green, no matter where he was. Holding ones, eagles, bunker shots, chips, putts from off the fringe, whatever. He's made them all. 14 of them, at least. That's the last time I checked. So Sam Ryder is a really interesting player at 7K. He was in the mix. I saw his name on the leaderboard once or twice at the Players. So who knows? And the same thing goes for Kramer Hickok. Full send on Kramer. Accurate off the tee. Love that. Recent approach game. Beautiful. Around the green game. Super consistent. Last 24 rounds putting. Nice. Average good stuff. In the 40s. We love that. We're sitting at the 69th ranked player in the field right now. And he's $6,500. That's a nice play. Love the Kramer Hickok play. Love Kramer Hickok. So we love that number there. $6,500, Kramer Hickok. Nice, good, consistent driver. His irons are kind of shining lately. Got 2 Richie Rowinskis in the field. That's always good to know. Now, nothing too crazy going on down the bottom here. So, yes, this was episode 19, folks. Patton Hatton. Very weird name. It was a Cameron Smith outright winner and absolute stomping in the placing market on back 9 bets. Something ridiculous, 13 units we made in the placings. That was half an outright. Beautiful stuff. It was awesome. I'm a happy camper. Got to bust out the lot of shirts. That's always good. And we're going to go back to back, man. Screw it. Colin Morikawa is the guy. He's a stud. Going to be out of the rain. This course is made for him. He's going to crush it. He's absolutely going to hammer it. So if the putter obliges, it's going to be Colin versus the field boys. Telling you now. So we love Colin, and then obviously the rest of the guys we love too. So yeah, go subscribe back 9 bets on YouTube, please. And I don't know if there's any audio issues. We'll check now when I hang up. But thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys soon, and all the best this week, folks. Let's go crush it.